jungle. This is a whole new thing. Nobody told us we had to do a whole new thing.
Okay, something went wrong.
Come on.
I'm coming.
Grandpa Eddie?
Come on in.
Did you guys see Spencer?
Who's that? I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
You hear something?
We haven't even picked our guys yet. Are we in Florida?
Oh my God.
Wait.
We're in the wrong body.
My joints feel like butter.
Oh, no. I feel loose myself.
This can't be happening. I came back and things actually got worse.
Look at this. 1, 2, 3.
We have some issues here. The game is busted.
Listen up now. This is a dangerous place. You got to have eyes in the back of your head.
What in the Sam hell just happened to him?
What the hell is this? Would you look at me? I haven't looked like this since...
Never. You look like this never.
I think my eyes are a different color.
All of you is a different color.
Check this out. Strengths and weaknesses. Linguistics.
Oh, goodness.
Nunchucks. That's new.
Damn, that's a good list.
Weaknesses, heat, sun, and sand. How is this guy a character in an adventure game? Man, it is hot out here.
We have to find Spencer and Bethany.
This next adventure is even more challenging. This time, not all of you will leave the game alive.
Bethany thought you might need some help.
Where is Bethany?
She's right here.
She says, oh my God, like I'm a total horse.
Yep, that's Bethany.
Hey.
You are a terrible driver.
What are you talking about? I just passed my driver's test last month again. We're not going to make it. We're going to make it. I don't think we're going to make it. We're going to make it. We're not going to make it.
Jumanji: The Next Level in 3D, a 2019 release, a 2-hour and 3-minute film. DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, 6.7 on Internet Movie Database, 71% critics approval score on Rotten Tomatoes, 87% audience approval score on Rotten Tomatoes. This is filmed in Canada, Hawaii, New Mexico, 5 sites in the state of Georgia, California. This is directed again by Jake Kasdan. He did the original Welcome to the Jungle. Starring The Rock, Dwayne Johnson as Bravestone, Kevin Hart as the Mouse, Jack Black as Oberon. You got Karen Gillan as Ruby. You got Awkwafina as Spencer. Well, actually, she plays Ming. And then you got Alex Wolff as Spencer. You got Danny Glover as Milo. You've got Madison Iseman as Bethany. You got Morgan Turner as Martha. You got Sir Darius Blaine as Fridge. A lot of people here, folks. Nick Jonas as Seaplane. What do you got here? This is 4th in the series of Jumanji. This is the sequel to Welcome to the Jungle. This takes place 2 years after the original. The kids are back together. Spencer, Bethany, Martha, Fridge, they're all getting together at a restaurant. There's going to be some spoilers here. There's going to be some spoilers. I can't help it. I mean, if I'm going to talk about the movie, there's going to be some spoilers here. The thing about this is to really appreciate this film, you have to have watched the first one. Because there's a lot of throwbacks to the first one in here. And you need to be a gamer, or you need to, know something about gaming. I'm a gamer from 1974. I know a lot about gaming, but I mean, you got to know about gaming and leveling up and avatars and attributes and things like that. Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to enjoy the movie if you're not. You will. My wife's not a gamer, and she loved the first one. She's going to love this one, I'm telling you right now. And you don't have to see the first one to appreciate this film. But it helps. Here's some spoilers. It's going to take place 2 years after they're all getting together. Spencer doesn't show up. Like I say, the kids are getting together again. It's been a year since they got out of school. Spencer doesn't show up. He goes to see his mom, and his grandpa Eddie is there. And that's Danny DeVito. And he's just a crotchety old man he's pretty well banged up, and he's pretty old. And he's pretty miserable. And Spencer comes and he's teaching them how to play a video game, and they're laying in bed, And Eddie's complaining about his health. And then Eddie's friend comes over, Milo, that he hadn't seen in 15 years. And they got a kind of a bad relationship. And you know, you're watching this movie and you're like, where's this going? You know, 20 minutes in, two crotchety old men just arguing at a table and stuff. And I'm like, where's this going? Let's get to Jumanji. Let's get to the movie. But all that ties in. You got to pay attention to that. The crotchetiness, the health issues, the broken friendship relation, because all that ties in at the end, which really makes this a heartfelt film at the end. The music score is great. There's a lot of old songs in it, just great old songs that's going to stick with you after you watch the movie. But anyway, back to the plot. So Spencer gets bored. He goes down in the basement, picks up Jumanji, gets sucked into the game. Now, I'm not telling you much. That this is a lot in the trailer, as you've seen in the trailer. There's a lot in the trailer. And now they got to go back and they want to get in to rescue him. But Danny DeVito and Danny Glover get sucked into the game as The Rock and Kevin Hart. I want to talk to you a little bit about who plays what, and because it really gets a little complicated. But I want to say this: Dwayne Johnson, he plays Eddie, plays Danny DeVito pretty good. He does, and it gets better as he goes on at it. Okay, about the second half of the movie, he really takes on that persona of Danny DeVito. And if you haven't seen the first one, you don't know what I'm talking about. Kevin Hart as Milo, as Danny Glover, absolutely amazing performance by Kevin Hart. Just nails it 100% of the time. He's a shining star here. He is so funny, cracks me up. And then you've got Jack Black as Fridge. Jack Black, look, I never was a big Jack Black fan, but this is definitely his movie. This is a Jack Black. He plays this role perfect. Nobody can play this but Jack Black. And to me, this is exactly what he was born to do. Karen Gillan as Ruby, the lovely Karen Gillan, absolutely adorable, attractive, so physically fit in here. I don't know how they filmed. I understand CGI. But how they film these fight scenes and stuff, and these running across these bridges and things, I know they do it on CGI. But the way the feet go through the bridges and the way the fighting is, it's just absolutely incredible. Excuse me. So it's just enthralling, all enthralling. It's a good Saturday popcorn film, rainy day, Saturday. You want to put an action movie on, never gets boring. Plot moves along really well. Follows a lot along the first one. I mean, you got your nemesis, you got your city, you're in the desert now instead of the jungle, and you got snow, and you got the creatures running around. So the plot line follows the same. They have to get another gemstone. They got to save Jumanji, and it just moves along so well. And the action scenes, that first half, I got to admit, the first half hour, I'm like, what's going on here? But once it hits that second hour, just hang on. You're going to laugh. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to be gripping the edge of your seat. And the really heartfelt scenes at the end. The really, really heartfelt. There's two heartfelt scenes at the end. One involves, and they're really close to one another. One involves the horse. And another one, I got a little teary-eyed at that, but the one that really hit me the most was the closing line of Danny DeVito in this movie. The closing line, and you got to be an old person. I say old. I'm 66 today. But I can appreciate that closing line that Danny DeVito said. Actually brought tears in my eyes, it really did. And the music score stuck with me. Anyway, that's my take on the film. Let's talk about the 3D now. Big improvement over the first one. A lot of into the window, but the way the scenes were set, I know they had to have 3D in mind for this. They just had to. The way you got the foreground and the background, cameras coming in, they're walking in and they've got things on the table. Snowflakes coming in the room. Great depth. I'll tell you what really the 3D really shined. Those scenes looking down. When they slide up to the edge of a cliff, or they're standing on the edge of a cliff, or they got to run across those bridges, the looking down, it just goes down forever in 3D. absolutely amazing depths in 3D from the heights. And the scenery is great in 3D. I think this is a great improvement over the first one. You will have negative parallax where you'll have somebody standing and they're like coming out of the screen, their back of their heads and screen. Sometimes it's out of focus, but you've got that negative parallax. There's some ostrich heads that are poking out. There's a couple of scenes here that I swear were filmed with stereoscopic cameras. That's how well it is. But I don't think so. I did a little research. I didn't see that. But there's a scene in here where there's a fight scene in here between Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart in a desert. And I swear some of these scenes were stereoscopic cameras, but I don't think they were. But that's how good the conversion was this time. And you get some sparks and things sticking out of the room, and so you're not going to get the way out. You're not going to get the way out. We're going to jump back or anything like that. But it's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's relaxing. I wouldn't say it's reference quality where if nobody's ever seen 3D, hey, watch this. But if somebody's got trouble watching 3D or their eyes get tired, bring them in for this one. They're really going to like this one. All right, so what I'm going to do with this. Jumanji: The Next Level. I really enjoyed it, and that's the thing. That's the thing. It's a film for everybody, as Kevin Hart says. It's a film for everybody. You're going to enjoy it. Great Saturday popcorn film. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars for the film. And for the 3D, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 for the 3D. I would have liked to see a little more pop-outs, but 4 is good. So what did you think? Did you see it? Did you see it in 3D? Did you see it in 2D? Did you see it at theaters in 3D? Leave some comments below what it was like in the theaters. What did you think of this one compared to the first one? And I'm going to tell you something. There's a little hint of another one coming. There's a hint of another sequel coming. So don't miss that in the credits. All right? Thanks for watching. I want you to have a good night. I want you to stay safe. As always, God bless.